The crypto bull run of legend has arrived. Those are David Bailey's words, not mine. But we'll discuss that thesis with you, talk about what's going on with Bitcoin, talk about what's going on with ETH, new price targets from major Wall Street bulls. We got chart updates for Solana, XRP, meme coins. It's going to be a good time. Better stick around. So first and foremost, David Bailey. Now, David Bailey is the CEO of Bitcoin Magazine. He's been instrumental in all kinds of stuff behind the scenes, getting companies on board to corporate treasuries and talking to countries like the USA to get them to set up a strategic Bitcoin reserve and much more. He said we were about to embark on a generational run that we've written about in myth and legend for millennia to come onwards. Yes, this is the kind of bull posting energy we need. This is the kind of hopium we need. Thank you, David. Appreciate it. Now, look, I agree. We are in the crypto AI bubble right now, and the bubble's still small. It's going to get way bigger and way crazier than anybody might think. Now, the 4-year cycle still remains to be disproven, and we have about 4 or 5 months left to do that. If Bitcoin tops definitively in the next 4 or 5 months, and my guess is we up to 150K, everybody says that's the top of tops and it's over forever, or another 4 years anyway. And then in 2026, we get surprised because we put in new highs because companies don't stop buying. People don't stop buying. ETFs don't stop buying because we're in a new paradigm. The new paradigm, though, is an old paradigm, and that's what's going to trick people up because everybody thinks, oh, this time is different. This time is different, but it's not. This time is actually the same. We're in the maturing asset phase of this crypto bubble that we're going through right now. And that has parallels. That has the gold parallel. That has even, the tech parallel back in the day and stuff like this. We have a new asset class that is maturing. It's entering the next stage. So this time is not different. It's different compared to previous crypto cycles that were driven by different buyers, but it's the same as in we see this repeating within maturing asset classes. If that thesis plays out, yes, I agree with David, then we are on a generational run that we've written about in myth and legend for millennia to come. Whisper of a dream, my friends. Dare to believe. Okay. It's a pep talk for the day. Eric Daugherty saying, wow, it's just been revealed that despite President Trump's tariffs, a whopping 82% of S&P 500 companies beat their quarterly earnings estimates. That's the highest rate in 4 years. Wow. The experts just keep getting it wrong. The bull run's here, baby. Do you need more proof? Holy cow, that's nuts. Bitcoin social sentiment shared by Bitcoin Archive near cycle lows with Bitcoin above 100K. The FOMO phase hasn't even started. It's absolutely crazy. Sentiment is in the absolute effing gutter for crypto overall. And yet prices are doing pretty good. Bitcoin's near new all-time highs. Crazy things are happening here, guys. And retail's dialed out. Crazy, man. Crazy. Check this out. Bitcoin Magazine sharing this one. Asset manager Parataxis Holdings or Parataxis. Parataxis. These guys a taxi? They're apparently an asset manager. Maybe Parataxis, not Parataxis. Anyway, maybe they do something with taxis. Maybe not. Who cares? They're buying Bitcoin. Who cares what these guys do, man? They're buying Bitcoin. These guys could be selling shovels to clean up horse crap for all I care. They're buying Bitcoin. That's what matters. Parataxis. Anyway. $640 million in Bitcoin for their treasury reserves. Not bad. Another day, another company announcing a mega buy of Bitcoin. Now, I've seen lots of smaller company buys as well. Companies coming out and saying we're buying like 20 Bitcoin, 10 Bitcoin, 50 Bitcoin. I don't have even been sharing those stories because it's just so much going on now. This is a bigger one, but so many stories keep coming out, okay? Look at the forest, not the tree, okay? Glassnode sharing this. Ultra large holders 10K plus and retail investors under 1 Bitcoin have on average accumulated over the past 15 days, suggest initial dip buying behavior on the recent correction, but it's a lag indicator. So interesting. People are buying. People keep buying, guys. Price of Bitcoin right now, 115K. Everything cool and normal. 2 weeks ago, or maybe a little more 2 weeks ago, a month ago, had I told you Bitcoin's gonna be 115K, but like, oh my God, the $115,000 Bitcoin, this is so amazing. It's the best thing in the world. We finally broke out to a new all-time high. Now, because it was a 123 3 weeks ago, you're like, oh, 115, bleh. Anyway, jokes aside, Bitcoin's looking fine. We still need to take out the 20-day EMA though. I will keep repeating that until it happens because it's the most important level right now for BTC to break. Now you can see we have now got confirmation that the market is very interested in the 20-day EMA. We have had 2 rejections there, one on Monday, a second on Wednesday. Okay. We are also finding support at the 50-day EMA, support on the 2nd and the 3rd, support again on the 5th. You can even say on the 6th. So we're stuck within this sharp range right here. Okay. So we can draw it like that. And we can put this here. Break out of this range. The triangle isn't definitive of importance. I'd say the EMA is more so, but Bitcoin needs to rally above $116,000, let's say, and that'll be the big breakout moment. Now, if the triangle pattern is relevant, then we've got a nice little price target here of about a $3,000 move, which would be the breakout target to the upside from this. Of course, downside target also in effect there if that happens, but an upside target here of 3K breakout. So that would bring us to about right back in the range, approximately $119,000 if it plays out like that. But we got to get the bulls to get it up here and get the 20-day EMA taken out. Guys, if you're trading these cryptocurrency markets, I know that's you. You need a good place to trade at. I'm doing most of my futures trading over on BitUnix these days. If you'd like to join me, it's never been a better time to trade on BitUnix. Here are the deals they got going on right now. Of course, no KYC, no VPN, no BPS, no BS, okay? Available to anyone, anywhere. And when I say anyone, anywhere, that's you. You can use BitUnix to trade, okay? Here's the deal. Sign up today using that link right down here. You go straight to VIP level 3 trial. It means you get 30% discount on your trading fees. You can get up to $400. The $400 cash money in your account, trading bonuses, deposit bonuses. Put in $2,000, you're gonna get $400 back. And trading bonuses are even crazier, guys. You can get all the way up to $8,000 trading bonuses plus 3 Ethereum into your account. This is a limited time offer, so if you want to take advantage of that, link down below. Go check it out. Thank you very much. So, no, babe, I can't come outside right now. I have to lock in. Classic meme. The classic meme. Okay. Tom Lee thinks ETH could go to $16,000 based on the ratio of ETH BTC during the 2021 high. Tom Lee is bull posting ETH like no tomorrow. This dude comes out, buys like $3 billion worth of Ethereum, is like, yo, we're going way higher, baby. Let's effing go. Work for your bags, man. This is what I'm talking about. Don't just buy in silence. Buy and tell everybody about it. Yes, Tom. Yes. By the way, I own Bitmine. I own ETH. I own SharpLink Gaming, which we're not talked about in this video, but they're also an ETH treasury company. I think all of those have the potential to do very well because Wall Street, for one reason or another, is piling gargantuan sums of money into ETH. Don't overthink it. It's just what's happening. Go with the flow. Okay. Continuing. Publicly traded company Cosmos Health secures $300 million to launch ETH treasury strategy. Another one. It just keeps happening. Treasury companies just keep launching. And here's the thing. This cycle's so fascinating because think about altcoin treasury companies never really happened before. I know we had Bitcoin treasury company MicroStrategy for a long time, but now we're seeing all this craziness happen and all this money being raised to be thrown into altcoins. It's one for the record books, man. And I think this thing is really just getting started. And we have a lot more room, a lot more crazy to go. And the buying behavior becomes different too. It's a lot more buy and hold versus the like hedge funds and stuff that buy and flip, and they're in and out all the time, and they create a lot of sell pressure too, as well as buy pressure sometimes. With these publicly traded companies, while the cycle's going upward will be fantastic, when we hit the bear market, a lot of these will go bankrupt and fumble their bags and create the bottom. But that's for later us to worry about, you know. Honey XBT trying to keep us sober-minded here. ETH USD 4-hour charts. What if we rise up to 4K only to get rejected again? This time for an even bigger price decline, all the way down to the around $3,000, $3,200 range. Let's see. Important to keep those scenarios in mind here if you're trading the markets, because right now, I don't think there's a trade on ETH. Now, if you're just weekly accumulating spot bags or something because you see, okay, Wall Street's waking up, Tom Lee's bullish, okay, fantastic. That's one conversation. If you're trying to trade ETH right now, there's two ideas in mind, okay? We've been talking about this. I'm going to continue to reiterate this for you. Idea number one will be a retest of the 50-day EMA at this point, okay? So it's around $3,250 or something like that. That would fit in line with what Honey's saying here. Or we get the breakout move. Okay, now a retest the 20-day EMA yellow line on the chart. So 50-day EMA is the blue line down here. 20-day EMA is the yellow line. If we get the yellow line retest again around $3,500, that could be something as well. But you got to keep in mind, right now we're starting to form this nice little uptrend line here. Retesting the 20-day EMA again would break that little uptrend line that we're in currently. But if we can break out from this little pattern that ETH is currently forming up, maybe we get another run at the 4K range. But that's the tricky part. You got to break 4K. Okay, so maybe there's a trade here from, let's say, approximately the current price is up to like $3,900 or something, but it's not a great risk reward trade in my mind. You want to wait for that 4K break. That's going to be the big move, okay? You can see we've had multiple major rejections at $4,000 for a very, very long time. So we got to get above 4K here, okay? Get above 4K, that's when the big move happens. That's when we go from $4,000 to $7,000 in, 2 months or something like that, okay? But until we break 4K, nothing super exciting is happening right now on Ethereum. We're just waiting. We're in the waiting room, okay? Either waiting for a bigger pullback or waiting for the actual breakout beyond 4K, all right? The president of the ETF Institute, Nate Garassi, says, I do believe BlackRock will file for both Solana and XRP ETFs. So that's been the big outlier so far for Solana and XRP ETFs, that BlackRock hasn't had interest in launching products for them, which is interesting because they're the two other most popular cryptocurrency assets, and BlackRock likes making money. So it's only a matter of time. And I agree. I've always thought it's only a matter of time before that happens. Although Solana ETFs could come sooner than people think. But obviously, hey, August is here. July passed, and we didn't get any Solana ETF approvals. And a lot of people thought that July could have been the month. Didn't happen. Oh, I know we got the Rex Osprey one, but that's that's different. It's not exactly the same as the ones that are being applied for right now. And it's its own kind of little beast, and it's not from a big, famous ETF shop either. So it's coming, and maybe BlackRock will be the finger on the scale that tips it for us. XRP, not looking too bad, but again, 20-day EMA still remains a very important line for us. So this is the downtrend line right here. Price has held above the top of the downtrend line, which I think is encouraging for bulls, but 20-day EMA still remains a problem for us here. You can see it right here, 20-day EMA at $3, $3.01, let's say. So if we can get the price to rally above, let's say $3.03, potentially a long scenario there for a 20-day EMA breakout and a sort of bounce off of the downtrend line, reclaim, do a bullish retest, and then push higher. So let's see if that plays out there or not, okay? Solana, also at an interesting point right now. This is the downtrend line, price attempting to break out above that downtrend line. MACD, also curling up as well, heading towards a potential bullish crossover in the next days, assuming we don't get any kind of negative price action in the coming days. But here we go. Solana currently retaking, after bouncing off of the 200-day EMA, retaking the 50-day EMA. 20-day EMA stands firmly in front of us. Okay, so downtrend line is interesting, but I think 20-day EMA much more relevant once again. That 20-day EMA currently coming at $172, let's say. So $172, you can put like a trigger long in on that, $172, and a pretty easy invalidation point down at like, 168 or something like that. Either we take out the 20-day EMA or we get rejected. So if we take out 20-day EMA, probably a decent move starts brewing in there for Solana. So one to watch out for, keep an eye on. Solana has some great moves when it does pump in the market. Real quick, we're going to throw a meme coin in here for today as well. Pepe, man, this thing has been beating the heck up. They ran the frog over with the car, guys. But hey, look at this. Potential W pattern forming here on the daily. This is the neckline. So if this W does play out, okay, it's a short-term trade idea. If this plays out, then you need to see the price get above the neckline. So that's 0.000108. Gosh darn, so many zeros in this thing. And that would give us a nice little price target here. You just put that here. Okay, short-term trade idea here. But that would get us back up at the 20-day EMA and a potential price target here of 0.000118, let's say. Okay, so not a huge move, but enough of a move here in the market. If you can catch that, especially a nice little 3x leverage or something, that could be a 30% profit move if that plays out. Okay, but you got to wait for the neckline to be broken as confirmation for that to be a double bottom here forming up on the chart. The positive news about that move too would be that it would help us reclaim the 20-day EMA, which is the yellow line on the chart here. That would signal momentum coming back into the frog coin. Okay, we love the frog coin. Let's see what happens. All right, guys, that's it for today. You're awesome. Thanks so much for joining me for today's updates. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you, and I'll see you back in the next one. Peace.